Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. Happy 2026. Hope your year is off to a great start. And today we're taking a look at a controller I need to repair. So we got ourselves a PS5 DualShock controller. I believe it needs its analog sticks to be replaced. But today we're taking a look at the sponsor of the video, K-Silver. They sent me their new JS13 Pro Plus TMR analog sticks. So as you know, Hall effect sticks used to be the thing. We moved on to TMR sticks. You've seen me install a bunch of them before, but these are the latest and greatest ones from the folks over at K-Silver. So I want to take a look at them and install them. These are what they look like. They look pretty similar to the old TMR sticks I installed, which I think were the JS13 or JS13 Pro. Yeah, these are the new guys. So today I want to take this controller apart, replace these sticks with these bad boys. We'll go through the calibration, we'll see how well it does, and yeah, that's all I have to say right now, I guess. So we're gonna take this apart and we'll get started. So as always, before we get started, I like to check my controllers to make sure they work properly. So we're gonna be using the good old gamepad tester, and if powered on, make sure all my buttons work. Those all seem fine. Boom, boom, boom. So actually, oh, there we go. I was gonna say I didn't say anything wrong, but the right stick is stuck. So let's see, our left stick isn't bad. 10.11, 11. Right stick's probably gonna be horrendous, or not. Same thing, 10.5, but it seems like every now and then it gets stuck to the bottom right. So we're gonna change out our thumb sticks and we'll test it, we'll calibrate it, and we'll test it. So let's get taking it apart. Okay, so you guys have seen me take these apart quite a many times, but just for a refresher, because I also haven't done this in a while, we need to pop off this, we need to pop off this. You take off this little trim right here, there's screws here, and you latch this off and the whole thing comes off. So kind of do it in time lapse. This is what I'm talking about. There's one screw, one Phillips screw, one Phillips screw, one there and one there. So you take those four out and you pop these two, and this whole part will lift out. Once you have it out, you need to remove the battery, and there's one screw, this screw right here, that's holding down the motherboard. You'll need to remove this flex, this flex, this flex, this flex. There's 4 wires you'll need to unsolder. It might vary depending on your controller, so remove those. I like to push on these and it'll come right out. And there you go. It's taking out the motherboard. Take these out, and then there you go, the motherboard. So we need to remove these. I know people have different methods. You've seen me do it before. I like to just put it on a these guys. It's Hakko Omnivise. I now have 2 of them. I have a Hakko one and I have a non-Hakko one. So this one is the Hakko one, this one is the generic one. You can get them from Amazon. I'll leave a link if you're interested. They both work exactly the same. You just kind of clamp her down, right? Little clamp action. I'll heat from the, so I'll pre-tin this with leaded solder. I'll heat from the top, wiggle it out, clean the pads, stick a new one in and solder it down using leaded solder. That's my method. I know there's those soldering iron tips that you press and you pull. Many ways to skin a cat. That's how I do it. Do as you feel is appropriate for you. That's just how I do it. Okay, so we have all of the pads cleaned. It took me a few minutes, but you know, that's the way I like to do it. Like I said, there might be quicker methods, but that's what I like to do. Like I said, blue sticks are for PS5, so these are the guys. You can just line it up and fit them back in. So I will, if the holes are clean, it should just slide in like so. Right, and I like to just hold this in. Right, and now that it's in there, let's see if I can get it in focus for you. So now that it's fully in, as you can see, I just hold it and I'm gonna tap with solder. I'm basically gonna tap it in place, the corners first. So like there, and the opposite side. So there, 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 and let's go there. And once the four sides are in, as you see, it's just held in there. And now I can go back and touch up each of the points. And now that I have that done, I'm going to do the same for the next side. You don't need to see it. I'll clean it up, so I'll use IPA and I'll brush it and use Kimtech wipes. Wipe it up, put it back together, we'll come back when it's all done. Alright, so we have the controller back together as much as we need it to be, so I'm going to plug her in. And when the lights come up, I'm going to press the power button, and on our screen we're on the DualShock-Tools.github.io. It's like DualSense wireless controller, and everything should still be working. If we check our circularity, let's see what it is pre-calibration. Probably not going to be too good. So 14-ish%, and you guys have seen me do it before, but it's kind of the same. So we're going to calibrate the center. We're going to do start, and we're going to top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. That's done. And if we check our, whoa, it's going crazy, we'll try one more time. Ooh, there's now a quick calibrate. What's this? Oh, it did it for me. And if I save changes, we'll just save it now, and we check our circularity. So you don't even need to do that anymore. That should bring it down significantly. No, we still have 14, and then if we do calibrate stick range, as you see, it says rotate the stick slowly at least 2 times one direction, 2 times in the other. So that's what I've been doing. So we're gonna slowly rotate around. Okay, so as you see, one time was 25%, which makes sense. That was our second time, and we're gonna go in the opposite direction now. Done. We'll hit done. Well, let's see what our circularity is. Would you look at that? And if I went slower, I could probably do even better. So we got 6.0. There's a tad bit overdrift on the outer edges, just a tad bit. Here it's 3 sides, not 4. That's up to me, right? Like, if you want, you can do the fine tune, and like, as you see, it's very sensitive. So like, move the stick. So like, as you see, like you can get crazy with it. I'm not gonna do that. You can just keep calibrating the stick range, so I'll just do one more off camera, but that's basically it. So we're at 6.0. Let's see if I can get any better. So I did it one more time, and as you see, I got 5.1 on the left and 5.0 on the right. I think that's perfectly fine with me. So that's the case over on the PS5 controller. And there you have it. The JS13 Pros have been installed. As you saw through the calibration and all that fun stuff, it's fully back together and working fine after a few days. We got it down to 5-ish%, between 5 and 6. I can't remember the exact numbers, but yeah, they seem to function well. Wasn't too hard to install, just like any sticks. I think these calibrated a lot better than the old ones, and the circularity is more circle, as in it stayed in the groove through the app. It's also nice to see that the PS5 GitHub app, the controller calibration GitHub website app, has updated a lot more, where it's now a lot more automated than it was manually before, and it tells you exactly what to do. So overall, all good. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. As always, like, comment, subscribe, it's always useful. I'll answer as many things as I can. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.